Sims. Y'all either do one or the other. Y'all can never just do both. What is wrong with y'all? Get it together. I don't know who you hiring on your team, because I know some people. I know a couple of CC, not personally, but you know, y'all could do a little email. Let's like stop playing. Stop. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new video. So you guys seem to have loved my old video of me ranking the Sims packs, and someone commented and it was like, hey, can you do one with the worlds? And I was like, oh, you know, but period. We're gonna do that right now. So I thought it would be really exciting to rank the Sims worlds and just really let's take, you know, let's take it back. You know, let's look at the old world and the Sims. This might be a good little refresher because we need this. You know, like if you play the Sims, you understand the struggle in which we go through. So for that, we need this. So let's get right into it. Okay, I just had to make sure that I was recording because I would have been so damn mad if I recorded all that and then like it wasn't recording. You feel me? So let's start it off, guys. So I am here on this website called Tier Maker. I did get it from Little Simsy, but I'll link it down below if you guys also want to do this for yourselves and just have fun with it. You know what I mean? Okay, let's start off with Sulani. I love Sulani. Sulani is absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna automatically put it as cool just because the gameplay wasn't there personally. The world is beautiful. The things that you could do was great. I mean, people were like, oh my god, we could finally have mermaids and like all these mystical creatures because, you know, who doesn't like super fantasy and all that stuff? Okay, period. We love it. We're here for it. We want it. But at the same time, I feel like it lacked gameplay. So the world was beautiful. So if we're ranking as far as like beautiful, chef kisses. But I just wish there was more gameplay. It wasn't giving it. It wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. You know, I just had to put it on, you know, it's actually, I'm going to do it does the job. Because it did what it needed to do as far as build mode. It was gorgeous. I loved the beaches. I loved like the housing. They actually had really good amount of places you can build. And you guys all know, like, you know, Simmers, we need buildings. Okay, we need to be able to build a bunch of different things. And I love the fact that it came with so many lots. But I just, again, I hate that it lacked gameplay. And I just wasn't here for it. I wasn't with it. I wasn't, you know, it just does the job. Okay, so the next one we're going to get into is Strangerville. I'm not going to delete it, but it's a little useless. Let's be real. After you play that game, okay, after you literally sit down and be like, okay, I'm playing it. It was a really cool idea, and I actually felt like I was playing a video game rather than just The Sims. But the thing that it lacked was outside of gameplay, there was no build mode. It's like, Sims, y'all either do one or the other. Y'all can never just do both. What is wrong with y'all? Get it together. I don't know who you hiring on your team, because I know some people. I know a couple of CC, not personally, but you know, y'all could do a little email. Let's like stop playing. Stop, because it's getting ridiculous. I think that Strangerville was a great gameplay. I don't think as far as the world was that cool. It was kind of boring. Once everybody ran through and did all those like trailer videos and trailer buildings and things like that, that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? Unless you're going for that rural deserty look and like apocalyptic vibe and apocalyptic world, that's pretty much it. Because there's just not much to do in that world, one, and then two, it wasn't giving. There was nothing there as far as like that grabbed my attention. That's like, wow, like I can see my Sims living here, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna put it as useless because I played it one time. I was like playing it nonstop, and then all of a sudden I just got sick and tired of it. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person, because literally all the content creators that I follow do not play in this world. Like, I have not seen any content creators that I follow personally play in this damn world. So I know I'm not alone, and I can't be the only one. Let me know, y'all. Do y'all play Strangerville? Do y'all use it every day? Really quick, let's just get into one of my favorite ones, city living, and I'm gonna say I'm moving. I'm moving to the city. I'm out. I'm peace. I'm gone. Your breath is too strong. Wait, come back and eat a Tic Tac. 9-1, not two, but the hood impact. You remember that? Anyway, did I just show my age? I think I just showed my age with doing that. Anyway, so city living, hands down, is one of the best packs. And I honestly wish seasons came with a world, because I feel like they would have did the damn thing. And they tried to do it with Snowy Escape, but that's a different story. Anyway, we're going to get to that later. But city living, when I say that is one of the best like worlds ever, just because the apartments, we love apartments. I love they gave us a lot. I wish they gave us like a little bit more lots to actually build on, so we can build houses inside the city instead of just apartments. But I guess I I get what they were trying to do. It was very like New York vibes, which I'm not mad at. I'm very much here for it. There was a lot of things to do. There was a lot of gameplay with it, and I loved like every, you know, weekend there was something going on in the town. I just loved it. It was a good, like, I would move my Sims there in a heartbeat. Most of the time when I'm playing Sims and I'm starting them off, just because one, they're really fun to build, and two, it just comes with all the hassle without doing all the hassle, if that makes any sense. Probably didn't make any sense, but it's okay. You know, it's okay. We're working there. But yes, I personally, I love it. I'm moving. I'm out. Peace. So the next one we're going to get into is Del Sol Valley. Del Sol Valley, we are going to put, it's cool. We're talking about the world. I really do like the world. Like, genuinely, I really do. Because I felt like I know a lot of summers felt like the lighting wasn't there. And sometimes, like, when you are building, I just wish they would have flipped the light, like the way the sun came, because when the sun comes up, like some of the lighting is kind of like ill when it comes down to paint and stuff like that. But as far as the world, I felt like they gave us a lot of lots, honestly, because like, let's be real, we know how the Sims are when it comes down to lots, because they be real stingy and they don't want to give us nothing. But I really felt like they gave it to us, like they did that. I like the world. I think there was a lot to do with it. I love the fact that you could have like a massive mansion. I love that there was like little small parts. It really did, because I do live, for those who don't know, I do live in LA, and it replicated LA pretty well as far as like the game, you know, and it was very like, you know, Glendale, here's the hills, here's the valley, you know, that's the vibe I was getting for, and I thought they did the damn thing. I really didn't have like a problem with the way they did it and the way they came about it with the world. I felt like there was, you know, there was things to do, and I just loved the Get Famous pack in general, because Del Sol Valley did that. Get Famous was that, okay? And as you guys know, I do acting outside of this, catch me on Grey's Anatomy, anyway, but I do acting outside of this, and I felt like it was good because I got to implement where I live, and two, what I do into the game, which I love doing. Like, I love it. That's the whole point of a simulation game, is to like make you be able to create your perfect world. You know what I mean? So I'm here for it. I love it, and I thought I love the world personally, so I didn't have a problem with that. Let's get on with this. So the next one is The Sims Realm of Magic. Personally, I find it useless. Personally, I'm not gonna delete it, because there are people who, like my sister, who love this mystical shit, okay? And I just started watching The Witcher on Netflix, so shout out to see if y'all watched it. If y'all watched season 2, y'all already know. So I just might get into it just solely because I watched The Witcher, you know? But I'm not gonna say it's useless, but I'm saying I don't use the world. I don't have the pack because I'm not really into that kind of gameplay. But if you are, it's a really beautiful world. So actually, I'm gonna say it does the job, because I've seen people play it and I've seen people use it, and I think it really is like a good pack overall. Like, there's things that you can do, there's things that you can like with the potions and all that, you know, extra stuff, you know. It's not okay, I'm trying to be nice without being rude, you know what I'm saying? I'm here for it. I just wish there was something more that it came with. But overall, if we're ranking the world, it's beautiful. I wish there was more lots. I wish there was more to do, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. There's really not much to it. So now let's get into vampires. I'm gonna just delete this world personally, because I don't like vampires in my game. And someone commented on my other video saying I was really picky. You're damn right I'm picky. It's my game, and I'm gonna make sure I have fun. I don't want to be playing a boring game, and it's useless. I'm not, there's something worthy of deleting, because at the end of the day, somebody does like it. But I'm saying, as far as the world, I think there wasn't a lot of lots. I think it could have been an expansion pack and had such a potential to, you know, be great, but it wasn't giving. It wasn't doing what it needed to do for me, and there was nothing more to it. Honestly, it was a good pack if you like vampires. I mean, even some of the build and buy modes were great, but personally, I just didn't like the fact that my sim is like running into vampires all the time and all this other jazz. But I'm talking about the packs, I'm not talking about the world. So let's go back into the world. As far as the world, I will rate it useless, because I think there's just so many other lots that are just as great, and that's it. I wish there could have been more lots. I really do wish there could have been more lots, because it had such potential. But you know, they didn't live up to it. So the next one we're gonna do is Oasis Springs. Oasis Springs, it's cool. I love it. I love what they were trying to do. It's basically Strangerville, but on crack. You know what I mean? Like, okay, let me not say crack. Can I get demonetized for that? I mean, I'm not getting paid just yet, but soon, guys. You know, we're aiming towards 2022. But basically, Oasis Springs is what Strangerville wish it was. You feel me? Like, Strangerville was cool, but Oasis Springs did that. It did exactly what it needed to do. I feel like, honestly, they could have put Strangerville in Oasis Springs. Like, personally, I think they should have did that. All it is darker sand. Like, tell me I'm wrong. Literally, it's just like a toned, darker version of Oasis Springs. Because, and it just has more lots, and it's just good, and it's just like, if you want that, like, southern Texas, you know, deserty feel, Palm Springs vibes, honestly, you could honestly make a really nice Palm Springs house in Oasis Springs, and I just liked it overall. I think it was very cool. I wouldn't, like, personally move there, because, let's be real, I don't know, there's, like, Seasons is not incorporated into that world, so I have, like, a little bit of beef, you feel me, but, you know, to each its own. Windenberg, let's talk Windenberg. Windenberg, I thought was, I'm moving. I genuinely loved this world. As far as world gameplay, you know, it wasn't there. And I know y'all gonna fight me. Back up. It just wasn't there. I just wish the lot gave more, if that makes sense. Like, but anyway, if we're talking Windenberg, we're talking worlds. We're talking, there's so many places to do and so many things to do in Windenberg. I love it. I love the lot. I love the place. I love the way they designed it. They definitely catered to a more different style than they usually do when they came out with this pack. I remember everybody questioning it at first and then being like, oh shit, wait, this pack is actually good. So I love Windenberg. I'm going to rate it like I'm moving. The world. Gameplay, but when I love the world. You know, y'all gonna have beef. Y'all want to tussle with me? Come on, because I know how y'all like to tussle. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm ready. But I'm definitely gonna rate Windenberg, you know, I'm moving. Because it was beautiful. It was a beautiful ass world. The next one we're gonna get into is Brindleton Bay. I'm moving. I thought that was such a cute pack. Cats and Dogs did its damn thing. I think it did exactly what it needed to do. I think it did exactly what we were missing. I personally think Cats and Dogs should have been in base game. But as far as the whole world and everything, that could have been brought onto as an expansion pack. If that makes any sense. Like, just cat and dogs, like, literally the physical animal, could have been base game. But, you know, EA's money hungry. But I do feel like it's a really nice world. I love the way it came. I love what it came with. I love what you can do with the world. I love how many lots it has. I love just the style of it. I love the greenery. I love, like, you know, you can go to the harbor and get a cat. I love it. I just love it all. I thought they did a really good job with it, and they actually took their time and focused on what the people want. We need to start talking about this because the Sims act like they can't focus on what the people want. You know what the people want. We want more. Okay, real quick, let's do Mount Krabby. Okay, I'm moving automatically. They did their thing on this. They really did. And I love that the fact that they incorporated like a snowy world and it wasn't just all snow, because I know a lot of people would have got sick of that a little bit, low-key. And I love how they incorporated, like, you can live in the snow or you can live, like, you know, greenery and, you know, just have like the regular season's weather, which I love that they gave that option. And I love the fact that the world came with content creators being a part of it. Like, that's what we need, Sims. This is what we're talking about. When we ask you for help, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about this kind of thing, stuff right here. Like, I just think it was so important that they did this, and I love the gameplay in it, but that's besides the point. But as far as the world, they came through. Like, the world is beautiful. The placing and the housing that they did was great. I thought all the content creators did an amazing job. Deligracy, Little Simsy, the Sim Supply, James Turner. I know you hate when I say that, but they all did a really good job. Like, I love Snowy Escape. I think this was something that was very much needed. I love the bridging. I love the bridge. I love the fact that you can go climb the mountain. I think they did their damn thing on this map, and I'm gonna give them their little, you know, I'm gonna give them a little 2 cents. I'll give y'all scale 1 to 10. I'm gonna give y'all that because y'all did that. You did it. Okay, so the next one we're gonna do is the Sims Eco Lifestyle. Hands down, I'm moving. If we talking about the world, they did that. Okay, here's my thing with Eco Lifestyle. They definitely could have incorporated tiny living, and they also could have incorporated Laundry Day. I feel like, but Laundry Day obviously came out earlier, but I definitely think they could have incorporated tiny living for sure in Eco Lifestyle. I think that it literally goes hand in hand. Same thing with Discovery University. They kind of tried it with Discovery University because a lot of things in tiny living could have been in there, but that's besides the point. That was from the other video. Y'all already heard me complain. But I'm talking about as far as the world, I really think they did a really good job. I love the fact that, you know, you can incorporate, you know, being eco into the world. And I love the apartment. I love they give you a little bit of apartment. They give you a little space for housing. They give you, it's an overall good place. Like, I felt like they did a good job with, you know, the lots. I felt like they did a good job with the design. I loved, you know, just like the little, there's just like such important details that they've done inside Eco Lifestyle as far as building the world and the map. And I think it's something to talk about. I think I would live there if obviously it wasn't like dirty and, you know, there wasn't dusty and all that stuff. But, you know, I can't talk because, you know, LA's air, you know, we're going through it. We're really going through it. But I would definitely say I'm moving there because I think they did the damn thing. The ones where I'm like really excited about the world is the one where I'm talking about the most lots. And I just overall liked it. And honestly, I could be just a green fanatic because I love the fact that like anything green and like foresty and pretty, I'm here for it. So let's talk about Discover University because the world itself was a little useless. I'm not gonna lie. They could have like said, hey, you can plop down a school, plop down this school, plop down this school, and then you can just design your own school. And then you can just label it a school. Kind of like how you do lots. I think they could have done that. I don't know why they tried to give it its own world. I mean, it was a cool place. I mean, the map doesn't look that bad. But as far as like actually getting to build there and actually having like something cool and decent and like just being able to be like, oh my God, this place, it doesn't give college town. I think they could have made it a college town and not a college world. Does that make sense? Like there was a way to do it. Like basically how you guys did Magnolia Promenade like from Get to Work, like with the shopping centers and things like that. I felt like that could have been more on the Discover University side. It didn't need to be what it was. I personally think so anyway. I think the world is useless. As far as gameplay, like I said, there's mods for it. So I don't even know. I just don't. I like it because obviously there's just things that like I think that are great, like incorporated with Tiny Living. But I just don't think it was like all that. I personally, just don't attack me. Stop. Because I know you're looking at me like, Discover University was the best thing that ever happened. Yeah, you know, we were excited for Discover University, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Everybody was excited as hell. And I like the pack. Do not get me wrong. I just think the world could have been more. It could have been more, and it wasn't. So this one is base game, and I would say I'm moving there because I felt like I loved the fact that they gave you an option to literally create your own freaking world. Like, how could you be mad at that? How can you literally be mad at that world? It's literally base game. It comes with the game, and you can literally design your own world. I think automatically that deserves I'm moving because that's the whole point of The Sims. You create your own world. What is the problem? If you don't like this world, get out because you can create it. Your own. So what's the problem? Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, I think this one is Granite Falls, if I'm not mistaken. One of these is Jungle Adventure. One of these is Granite Falls. It don't matter which one it is. I'm going to rate it as it does the job. It does exactly what it needed to do. It gave you a little bit of taste of what you wanted to do. You know, we wanted to go discover. We wanted to go figure things out. We wanted to see what it was like to like experience something other than the world that you're living in. And honestly, that was it. It did exactly what it needed to do. It was, you know, there's a little bit of gameplay in it. It's a little bit of lots. It's a little, you know, there's things that you can do and build on. I think actually one of them might be Outdoor Retreat if I'm not mistaken. It was okay. I think it was, these are like, they do the job. I don't have anything really to say about the world because I think out of like a scale 1 to 10 is like a 5 because it does exactly what it needs to do. The world is there. It's nice. It's cool. But that's it. That's all the world is. It's there for like a little bit of gameplay. If you're really into gameplay, great. If you're really into build mode, great. It's just there. It was a very safe pack. Those two were very safe packs. Very, very safe. Stay there. I'm not sure which one is Willow Creek. I think one of these is Willow Creek, and I'm gonna say I think it's this one actually. I don't know them by like picture because I'm so used to like seeing it when it pops up. You know, does that make sense? But if it's Willow Creek, I'm gonna say it's cool. Willow Creek did the job. It was I felt like it was necessary. You know what I mean? Actually, it did the job. I'm sorry. It was cool, but it was like there was something special about it. I felt like it was on the same lines as Oasis. I felt like it was too close to Oasis Springs to where they tried to like be like, oh, here's another community of like random sim towners that you can like decorate and do all this stuff with. It was basically it was base game, so I'm gonna give it like it does the job. I'm not gonna say it's useless because at the end of the day, it's something that, you know, it's another world that you can use, like even if you just have base game. Oh my gosh, I've really confused the whole thing. So this is Granite Falls. Still feel like it does the job. Ow! I just freaking stabbed myself with my nail. Okay, I think it still does the job, but do I love it? No. It was a cool world. It was alright. It does good for gameplay, but I don't love the world. I don't think it's all that. So this one must have came with Jungle Adventure, and I'm still gonna put it does the job. Anything like outside. Oh, this is Journey to Batuu. Delete it. I don't do Star Wars. Okay, look, I could be very biased but there are certain things I don't do, and Star Wars is one of them. And not saying I'm not a Star Wars fan, because I'm not. So I guess I am saying I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I'm saying as far as like, they did such a shitty job with this world, especially incorporating people that do not play Star Wars. I felt like you could have made this a world and then also made it a world to where people can still play it that don't play the game. That don't play Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like, just because you're not a fan of Star Wars doesn't mean it's going to stop me from playing it. You see what I'm saying? I felt like it's the same thing with Sulani. Sulani, just because I don't play with mermaids, because I don't, doesn't mean I'm not going to play with mermaids. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's what happened with Star Wars. I feel like Star Wars completely just, it got to go. It didn't do it. It didn't do its job. Honestly, James Turner was probably the only person I saw that loved Star Wars. I'm not going to even lie. I'm totally with Delicacy on this. Like, I think this pack, I agree with Delicacy as far as, like, this pack just isn't it for me, personally. And I think what it could have been better is just, it could have been a stuff pack. But you cannot pay me enough money to buy that. I'm just going to keep it so lit. You cannot pay me enough. So Granite Falls is going to be on It Does the Job. And anything basically as far as the other worlds, like vacation worlds, I'm going to say It Does the Job. Because none of them have screened Cool or I'm Moving. None of them. Not one, let's be real. Not one vacation pack has screamed, I want to move there right now. None of them. Not one. And it's okay. Okay, just say that, Sims. You ain't all that. Sims, look, when it comes down to vacation worlds, y'all need help. And I got about I got like 5 CC creators that can help. But all right, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you guys liked it. Did you love it? Did you like it? Yeah, I did have a little bit of a tussle. I was kind of like, what at first, because I didn't know what I was doing. I'm so used to playing them and looking at the maps rather than the worlds that I just didn't know the names. And it sounds like I don't know what I'm talking about, and I do. Like, stop. But seriously, guys, you guys saw, that was honest opinions. Again, everybody's is always going to be different, and that's totally understandable because at the end of the day, Sims caters to different people and different things, and people like different things. This is just my opinion. Period. So again, thank you so much for watching. Again, if you guys want to see my personal YouTube channel, it's going to be down below. I do have a vlog channel as well, and then you guys can follow me on Instagram at Yendrazias. And again, this is the Simsian, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.